Hi everyone, it's Gillian and welcome back to my channel and another crochet tutorial. For today's tutorial, we're working on these very easy to make, beginner friendly hair scrunchies. Let's get started. To begin round one, you're going to start by putting a slip knot on your hook. You're going to pick up the hair tie and you're going to hold the tail end up against the hair tie like that. You're going to go into the ring of the hair tie, you're going to pull up a loop and you're going to make a single crochet. And for this pattern, there is no stitch count. You're just going to keep making single crochets into this ring until it's filled up. So with your hook, go into the ring of the hair tie, pull up a loop and make a single crochet. And you're just going to keep on making single crochets all the way around. And I do go over some of the end, but I do leave a bit out so I can weave it into the pattern so that when it stretches, it doesn't come undone. So this is your stitch repeat. You're just going to keep on making single crochets into this ring, as many as you need to. I'm going to just leave that much out and continue. And you can adjust the ring so that you don't have any of the black showing through if that's important to you. And you're just going to keep on going. So continue making single crochets this way and I will meet you at the end. At the end of the round, you're going to make a slip stitch to the first single crochet. And this is what the end of your first round should look like. Like I mentioned before, there's no stitch count. You just go around and make as many single crochets as you need to. For round 2, you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. In that same stitch where you make your slip stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. You're going to make 2 double crochets into the next stitch. And you're going to repeat 2 double crochets into the next stitch. And repeat 2 double crochets into the next stitch. And this is going to be your stitch repeat for round 2. You're going to make 2 double crochets into each stitch around. And you're going to repeat 2 double crochets into the next stitch. Continue making 2 double crochets into each stitch around and I will meet you at the end. At the end of the round, you're going to join to the top of the chain 3 with a slip stitch. And that is the end of round 2. Round 3, you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Into that same stitch where you made your slip stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. You're going to make 2 double crochets into the next stitch. into the next stitch, 2 double crochets, and this is going to be your stitch repeat for round 3. 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and repeat. This is a very easy pattern, as you will see. And continue with this sequence, and I will meet you at the end of the round. At the end of the round, you're going to join to the top of the chain 3 with a slip stitch. And that is the end of round 3. For round 4, you're going to repeat round 3. You're going to start with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. You're going to make a double crochet into the same space where you made your slip stitch. And you're going to make 2 double crochets into the next stitch. And repeat into the next stitch, 2 double crochets. So you're going to continue with this sequence just as you did in round 3 and make 2 double crochets into each stitch around. And just repeat 2 double crochets into the next stitch. Continue, and I will meet you at the end. At the end of the round, you're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. And that is the end of round 4. For round 5, we're going to put a border on this scrunchie, and you don't have to if you don't want to. That's completely optional because it's just as pretty. It looks pretty just like that. For this one, the first one that I made, I did a different kind of a border. Here I just made a slip stitch and a chain 1 and slip stitch into the next stitch, and I did that all the way around. So that's an option if you want to do that, or you can definitely play around with different borders and see what you want to do. For this one, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to make a reverse single crochet, also known as a crab stitch, but we're going to be working in between the spaces between the double crochet. So you're going to insert your hook here in between the stitch, and you're going to pull up a loop. You're going to pull that through, and you're going to make a single crochet stitch, and then you're going to go to the next space in between with your hook. You're going to pull up a loop and make a single crochet, and you're just going to repeat. And if you've never done this stitch before, it may seem a bit awkward, but it's easy once you get going. And just repeat. So continue repeating this sequence, and I will meet you at the end. At the end of the round, you're going to make your final reverse single crochet into the top of the chain 3. And you're going to fasten off here. And you're going to weave in your ends. So this is the front of the work. As you can see, the design goes like that. So we're going to weave in our ends. And I go in the back here. And for the one at the beginning of the round, you're gonna weave it in the same way. And the reason why you didn't want to carry work over the whole tail end of the yarn is that it would come out. Like once you start stretching it, it will come undone. So it's okay to weave part of it in, but then you gotta leave the next part so you can weave it in up the pattern like that and secure it that way. That way it won't come undone once you start wearing it. And that is the end of the tutorial. So thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Please like and subscribe for more video tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.